Have you ever wondered why we always feel uneasy looking into a mirror in a dark room? Science calls it the Troxler effect, a hallucination of the brain. But I'm here to tell you, science is wrong. What if that creeping sense of dread isn't a hallucination, but your survival instinct screaming at you? Screaming that the thing in the mirror is looking back at you, and it is hungry? Don't look away from this post. If you are in a room alone and there is a mirror nearby, read my story before you decide to look into it again. Because what I'm about to tell you isn't for the faint of heart. And more importantly, it hates being found. It started around 11:45 p.m. last night. Just a forgettable, boring Tuesday. I just wrapped up editing a video for my channel, and I was dead tired. You know that feeling? When your eyes burn from staring at screens and your brain feels like mush. My apartment is on the 4th floor of an old complex. It's quiet and isolated, the kind of silence you usually enjoy for privacy. But last night, the silence felt heavy, thick like fog. I dragged myself to the bathroom to brush my teeth before bed. The bathroom light flickered once before buzzing to life, casting a cold, pale white glow. I turned on the faucet. The whoosh of running water was the only sound in the cold space. I splashed water on my face, letting the cold soothe my swollen eyes. Just a normal routine I've done 1,000 times. I grabbed a towel, dried my face, looked up, and stared into the large mirror above the sink. There I was, messy hair, dark circles, wrinkled gray t-shirt. I sighed, reaching for my toothbrush. Basic logic dictates, if I raise my right hand, the person in the mirror raises their left. We move in sync. Absolute. But something was wrong. It didn't happen like a cheap movie jump scare. No, it was way more subtle. A glitch in the matrix that made my skin crawl before I even understood why. When I bent down to spit out the toothpaste, I caught a movement in my peripheral vision. For a split second, fast enough that I thought I was hallucinating, my reflection seemed to lag. I snapped my head up to look straight at the mirror. The reflection stared back, eyes wide, face wet, just like me. I'm just exhausted, I muttered to myself, my voice echoing off the tiled walls. I went back to washing my face, but that uneasiness burrowed into my brain like a parasite. To calm my nerves, I decided to test it. A childish game everyone has played, making faces in the mirror. I bared my teeth. The reflection bared its teeth. I tilted my head left. It tilted its head right, mirroring me. I blinked rapidly 3 times. It blinked 3 times. I let out a breath, chuckling at my own paranoia. Losing my mind, I thought. I raised my hand to rub some soap out of my left eye, and that's when my heart stopped. My hand was rubbing my eye, but in the mirror, my reflection's hand was hanging by its side. It happened in a flash. The moment I realized the error, the reflection immediately snapped its hand up to its eye, like an extra who forgot their lines and tried to catch up. Goosebumps exploded down my spine. The air in the bathroom instantly turned freezing cold, even though the warm water was still running. I stumbled back a step, my breathing turning jagged. "What are you?" I whispered, my voice trembling. Normally you'd expect silence, or you'd expect the reflection to mouth the words with you. But no, this time it stopped acting. The person in the mirror, the thing with my face, slowly lowered its hand. It stood up straight, while I was still hunched over in fear. That contrast completely broke the laws of physics. It looked at me. not with the empty stare of a reflection. It was a hungry, scrutinizing gaze, an intelligent malice. Its lips slowly curled up, not my forced smile from earlier. This was a wide, unnatural grin that stretched way too far across its face, revealing teeth that looked sharper and whiter than mine. I remembered the stories. They say doppelgangers live in an inverted world, jealous of life, of color, of warmth. They wait for us to be weak, to be distracted, so they can pull us in and take our place. It slipped up. It forgot to mimic, and now that I knew, it didn't need to pretend anymore. A sound came out, not from my mouth, not from the air. The sound vibrated from the glass surface itself. It was deep and hollow, like an echo from the bottom of a well. The thing in the mirror stepped closer to the glass. I swear I saw it walk while I was frozen in place. It pressed its face against the barrier between our worlds, its breath fogging up the glass from the inside. The scariest part wasn't that it was different. It was that it was too similar. It was me, but a twisted, powerful version that wanted out. I wanted to run, my brain screamed, "Run! Open the door!" But my legs were cemented to the cold tile floor. I was hypnotized by its pitch-black eyes. Suddenly, it raised a hand, its palm pressed against the glass. On this side, as if controlled by some invisible string, my hand moved on its own, my palm pressed against the glass, matching its position. Cold. Not the cold of glass, but the cold of dead flesh. I felt its fingertips pressing hard. The mirror surface started to bow under the pressure. It wasn't breaking, it was softening, like water. Its fingers started to push through the glass. It was coming out. Reality worked right in front of me. Long, wet fingers stretched out of the 2D surface, clamping around my wrist. The grip was so crushing I heard my bones creak. It was pulling me in. Or maybe it was crawling out to where my skin. "I will be you." The voice hissed, echoing inside my skull. Its face pressed against the glass, that mouth opening wide as if to swallow me whole. I smelled it then, a metallic stench like stagnant water rotting for years. The pain in my wrist snapped me back to reality. Survival instinct took over. "No," I screamed. With every ounce of strength I had left, I grabbed the heavy glass shampoo bottle from the shelf. I didn't think. I just swung. The sound of shattering glass tore through the night. Shards exploded across the bathroom floor, glittering like dead stars. The grip on my wrist vanished instantly. I fell backwards, slamming onto the wet floor. In front of me, the frame was empty, just jagged teeth of broken glass sticking out of the wood. Behind it was just a rough concrete wall. No monster, no doppelganger, just dead silence. I scrambled up, clutching my wrist where 5 purple bruises were already forming in the shape of fingers. Blood trickled down my arm from the glass cuts. I didn't dare look at the shards on the floor. I was terrified that if I looked into a single piece, I'd see its eyes staring back at me. I bolted out of the bathroom, slammed the door, and locked it, even though I knew a lock meant nothing to something from another dimension. I turned on every light in the apartment, TV, laptop, nightlights. I grabbed a roll of black tape and covered my phone camera, the TV screen, any surface that could cast a reflection. I'm sitting on my sofa now, gripping a kitchen knife, staring at the bathroom door. I've been sitting here for 4 hours. The sun is coming up, but I can't sleep. You think breaking the mirror ended it? No. A moment ago, I got thirsty. I looked down at the glass of water on the table. The water rippled slightly. And I swear, I saw it smiling from the bottom of the cup. It didn't disappear. It just migrated. Anything that holds your reflection, it's there. Be careful. The next time you walk past a car window or glance at your phone when the screen goes dark, look closely. Maybe you'll see me, or worse, you'll see it standing right behind you. Like and subscribe right now if you want to keep your soul. Don't let it know you're alone.